Hi, I'm Karen, and in this video, we're going to talk about one of the more advanced options in PickPath, using inputs. Once you know how to do this, you'll be able to create very fun game-like interactions as part of your project. So as you might remember from video 2, inputs are one of the options you can use in your step editor, along with continue, multi-choice, and so on. These are all interactions as they double as the different ways for your audience to progress from page to page. Inputs always require users to enter text to continue. So if you select this option, your audience will be given a blank text box, which they can type into. So for people new to this series, I'm creating a treasure hunt for my nieces who are 4 and 2. So let's say I want to know how they are feeling as they start out this experience. So I'm going to create a step, add step, input, go into my text editor, and in my text field, I'm going to ask the question, how are you feeling today? Go back to general, and because I want them to be able to put anything in that they want, I'm going to leave those response values blank. I'm going to apply changes, and there it is. So they can put anything they want into that input box. I'm going to link that up with my last step. There you go. So whatever they type, when they press continue, they'll carry on to the next step. And that's the simplest way to use inputs. Now, let's look at how you can use text inputs as passwords. Again, you can start by creating an input step. And in my text field, in the text editor, over here, I'm going to ask a question that has a correct answer. So I think I want to give my nieces a clue about their surroundings. So I'm going to ask, what animal is on the front cover of Ada's favorite book? So go back to general, and I know that the answer is tiger. Hopefully they do too. So I'm going to put tiger as a response value down here. Then I'm going to hit plus, and then I'm going to apply changes. Okay, so when you exit the step editor, you can see in your canvas that you have got a square link here for tiger. Now I'm just going to connect up our last step to this one, and then I can create a new step. I'll just create anything for now, which tiger connects to, there to there. It's pretty simple. But what happens if they give a wrong answer? You can see that you have 2 all other responses outlinks here. So we're going to use the square one. Ignore the circular one for now. We're going to get to that later. So I'm going to add a step here, and I'm going to make it a continue step. And I'm going to put in my text, oh no, that doesn't sound quite right. Doesn't the animal have... What does a tiger have?
Orange.
Orange?
Stripes?
Orange stripes. Black and orange stripes. Okay. Apply changes. And then we're going to put all of the responses linking to that step. And then we're going to put the continue back towards step 6. So now, if they put any other response, let's say Ada and Matilda put monkey, they're going to see a step that says, oh no, doesn't this animal have whatever a tiger has? And then they're going to link back to the original question, and they get to have another go. And then hopefully, when they get it right, they're going to continue to our step 7. So what if you want to create responses to multiple possible inputs? It's kind of the same idea. You just create more response values here in this step editor. So let's say I want to offer different responses depending on what my audience member types into this input. So I might add lion and parrot and monkey. So then you apply changes, exit the step editor, and you can now connect any of those other animals to either this step 6 or a new pathway if you want to. So maybe if they do write lion, you might like to send them to a step that says, lose the mane, it's not a lion. Let's do that now. Text. Lose the mane, it's not a lion. Clue. It starts with a T. And then you're going to connect. I'm going to unconnect this link. Oh, and then we connect it to step 9. Actually going to go back in and give that a heading, which is lion error. And try again, which is the one that the girls will see. And then in that pathway, again, you play the same game. You continue that step back to our step 6, where they have to put in the right animal. So now we've made a kind of puzzle where you have to enter the right word to continue on the treasure hunt. But you also get specific clues if you give an answer that's wrong or close. One other thing that you can do with your inputs is to have your user enter text that can be recalled later in their journey. So to do this, let's go back to one of the earlier steps that I made, where I asked my audience how they felt, and they could type in any response they wanted. This input step is where I've asked, how are you feeling today? And it links to this step. We're going to go back into this step. We're going to go back into text. I'm going to put number of input recalls. I'm going to change it from 0 to 1. And then up here, you're going to see input 1 in these curly brackets. So that is how you recall that information from the previous step, or whatever step. So what I'm going to do here is write above what is the animal on the cover of Ada's favorite book. I'm going to write explorers feel curly bracket, input 1, end curly bracket, sometimes 2. So let's say one of the girls had put excited in there. This would show up on their end as explorers feel excited sometimes too. You apply changes, and then this circular output from the original step is going to link up to input 1. If you are recalling more inputs, you can use input 2 and so on for as many as you want. You can create as many recalls as you need from a particular step. For example, at the beginning of this treasure hunt, I might want to ask what my audience's names are, and then you could keep using their names throughout the whole treasure hunt. Okay, now you can use inputs to create passcodes or recall information. It is a great way to involve your audience and build puzzles and challenges into your journey. It's also very helpful if you want to make sure that people have seen or understood a little bit of information before they continue. That's all for this video. You can check out the others in this how-to series if you want to learn more about building with our Creator Studio on PickPath.